Welcome back, metalheads. Today I've got another fantastic album review for you. This is epic power metal band from the US, Warlord. Now, Warlord have just made a new album. It's called Spirit Soar, which is a great album. If you've heard the band's previous albums over the years, you'll know just how exciting and excellent they are. So check out this review, metalheads. Enjoy. The band was originally formed back in the day by drummer Mark Zonder. As we all know, Mark went on to join Fate's Warning. Was also put together by guitarist William J Tsamis, a fantastic guitarist who sadly passed away in 2021. Now, in the early stages, Warlord released a demo. One of the songs was released on the Metal Blade and Metal Massacre compilations. This soon got them interest with the label, and the first album was released very shortly after. In 1983, the band would release their debut album. This was called Deliverers, a fantastic album, epic power metal. The lineup for this album would be Mark Zonder on drums. We'd also have Philly William on guitars. We'd also have Jack Rucker on vocals, and also on keyboards, Gianni Carmanis on keyboards. Now, William would do the guitars and bass guitar on this album. This was a pretty good debut album, and it got some really good album reviews. But the band's second album, this is one of my all-time classic favourite albums of all time, would be The Cannons of Destruction Have Begun, released in 1984. Everybody remembers the song Aliens, and what a fantastic album. If you've not heard the second album, please check it out. It's one of the best epic power metal albums of all time. In 2002, the band would reform and do the next album. This was called Rising Out of the Ashes. Fantastic comeback album. This album also featured Joachim Cans from the band Hammerfall, a fantastic singer. In 2013, the band released their next album. This was called The Holy Empire, which was featured vocalist Giles Lavery. And in 2015, the band had released their next album. This was called The Hunt for Damien. Now, this new album's just been released on High Roller Records. It's a really, really good album. And if you do like the band's previous albums and you're into the epic power metal, such as bands like Milana Road, you're really going to like this band. And Cauldron Born is another great band that you need to check out. So the lineup for this new album would consist of Mark Zonder on drums. We'd have Philip Boyne on bass guitar. Now, those two are also in a band called A to Z, another fantastic band. We'd also have Eric Juris on guitars, Jimmy Waldo on keyboards, and like I said, Giles Lavery on vocals. Fantastic album, guys. So I'm going to tell you what the song titles are for this new album. So this album, we've got 10 songs. The song titles for the album are Behold a Pale Horse, The Rider, Conquistors, Worms of the Earth, The Watchman. We'd have Spirit Soar, the title track of the album. We'd have The Bell Tolls, Alarm, Twin, which is an exclusive CD deluxe extra track. We'd also have Revolution X1X. So that's the song titles for the album. I'm going to let you know with a bit of the album. The opening track, Beyond the Pale Horse, is a really interesting song. It's very old school Warlord. It's got that epic keyboard sound. As we all know, Mark Zonder is an amazing drummer. Very underrated. He comes up with some fantastic ideas. The rest of the guys are pulling through, writing some really interesting music for this song. All in all, it's a really powerful opening song. And if you do like the previous albums by Warlord, this is one for you guys. With a combination of epic and medieval metal. It really does work well for this band. The ideas are fantastic. Like I said, I'm an old schooler, so I appreciate what Warlord are doing. The next song, The Rider, this kind of reminds me of the song Lost and Lonely Days, one of the early songs from one of the previous albums back in the day. This song, The Rider, for me, is a really, really good song. I think it should have been the opening song. It's got more variety in it, more of an upbeat song than the debut song, but it's a really, really catchy song with some fantastic ideas. Giles' vocals really do shine through. Some great playing all around, guys. Next up is The Conquerors. Now, this is a really cool song. I'm pretty sure this has just been released as a promotional video. It's very catchy. It's very old school. It's got lots of progressive elements. But like I said, it's got that medieval and epic feel to it. Really well thought out song. All around a fantastic song with some great playing and fantastic vocals. Next up is the song Worms of the Earth. Now, this is a really cool, catchy song. It reminds me of old school Warlord, but it also reminds me of the band Hammerfall. I can just imagine Joachim singing this song. It's a really well thought out song. It's very old school, very unique, and really well arranged song. So it's a great song, folks. It's called Worms of the Earth. The whole album in general is really, really good. And it's old school Warlord. This is what we want to hear, metalheads. So I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5. I think it's got some really catchy songs, pretty good production, really well thought out songs indeed. Great musicians all around. So please check out the new album by Warlord. It's on High Roller Records. And the album title is called Free Spirit Soar. Check it out, Metalheads. Great album indeed. More reviews coming soon. Be safe, Metalheads.